Thank you. So now we got an opportunity to hear from our candidates a little bit about who they are. Now we're going to get to the questions about different issues that matter to you, the voters. And so to begin with, what is the most important role of a county supervisor, and how are you best fit to fill that position? We will start with Maria Soto, and this is going to be a 1 minute. You're going to be timed for 1 minute, or allotted 1 minute. And I kindly ask the candidates to speak into the microphone, get it closer to you, and then also speak slowly so that our interpreter can interpret it in real time. Thank you.
Thank you. The most important role of a county supervisor is actually twofold: leadership and transparency. In my 7 years as an elected official, I have had to make difficult and unpopular decisions, all of which come with the territory of being a leader. Great leadership, which is what our county deserves, comes with the ability and willingness to encourage, motivate, influence, inspire, and guide the people of this county into cooperation, action, and ultimately results that are beneficial to the district and not only to the person that is sitting in that position. In my 7 years as an elected official serving on various boards and commissions such as LAFCO, Local Agency Formation Commissions, MCAG, Merced County Association of Governments, and Cal Cities, I have obtained tremendous insight and overview of how things are being ran versus how things should be ran. I've also heard growing concerns. Thank you very much.
And then you pass it to your left. You can go ahead and pass it to Rodrigo.
May I comment really quick?
That was your time. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and start. Well, I was hoping to translate in Spanish, but I know there's somebody translating, and we only have 1 minute. So, well, as a supervisor, I think that my first job is to, once I got elected, is to listen to the residents. That's the reason they put me there. So once elected, I got to educate myself on the issues in the county or in the city. Like obviously in this situation is in the county, and go back and continue to listen to the residents. And many times they've called me to address their issues. I ask them, if you want, I can go with you and express your issues, because like I said, my district is the most neglected, most undeserved district in the county. And not enough people are being listened to. Not enough people are educated. That's why it was designated a federally protected district. So my job is to listen to you and push those issues so that way my colleagues can listen. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jim.
Well, good afternoon. Yes, I think the job of a county supervisor is the basic job is to fund our county, oversee our county services, and manage our budget and create policy. But I think one of the most important roles of the county super is to help people, help the voters. That was my job for the last 36 years. I was out on as a law enforcement officer, and I would help people and solve problems. But sometimes you got to do that outside of your job description. Sometimes that meant for me is renting a hotel room for a homeless person that needed some help. Sometimes taking a family dinner. Or sometimes just listening to somebody and helping them solve their problem. So I think that's what makes me the best fit, is because that's what I've been doing for the last 36 years.
Thank you. So my last name's a little misleading, pero mi primer idioma es el español. My first language is Spanish. Like I said, first generation American. I feel one of the most important things about being a supervisor is being respectful, being professional. Even if you disagree with somebody, you still owe them that respect. You are held to a higher standard. I feel that it's also important to be able and willing to listen to everyone, not just certain people, certain groups of people, be accessible to all, and take into account sometimes you cannot help everyone, but you can come to some sort of compromise as to what a good solution would be for that particular issue. you're a public servant. You're not there to serve yourself. And I think that that's something that's very important. And they told me to stop.
Okay. All right, thank you, everybody, for your answers. Next, the Board of Supervisors meetings are generally not well attended, and most members of the public are not aware of the work that the board does. How would you seek to gather community input outside of board meetings and increase community engagement with the board? And we'd like to start with Mr. Espinoza. 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes for that.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I have worked tirelessly all 7 years. This is my 8th year on the Board of Supervisors, trying to change the meeting times of the Board of Supervisors. So finally, this past year, we had 2 evening meetings. Every city in Merced County has evening meetings, 6 or 7 o'clock, except the Board of Supervisors. My colleagues have not wanted to change all the meetings, times. Obviously, we have one in April and another one in December, a late evening class, and a board meeting. And those both meetings were very well attended because people are able to go to attend the meetings. So that's my passion, is to, like I said, work with my colleagues and to be able to change that. Like I said, part of that is to work as much as we can to handle all the issues that they're addressed by the residents. If you have engagement with the community within my district, obviously first, and then the rest of the county, attend events. That way you're able to pick up on all the issues or concerns that residents have around the county. That way we can address them with the board, and if there's a change that somebody has a placed on an agenda, let me know, and that way I can put it on the agenda, and that way your issue can be handled at the Board of Supervisors. So being involved, like I said, listening to the residents, and like I said, push if you see that there's a need to change, push that change in on the Board of Supervisors or anywhere you want to be. So thank you.
Good afternoon. Yes, I believe county outreach would help this too. I think, I sat on the municipal advisory committee, and the board members come there, and I think if you go to these meetings and you listen to the issues that are being presented, I think also outreach to local service clubs, Lions Club, Rotary, and just get the public educated on what goes on at the meetings. And the issues that are going on. Attending events, cultural events, is another good idea to get the issues and get your message out to the public. And again, having the meetings on not only different hours, but maybe different days on Saturdays, and that way people that are working are able to attend the meetings.
Thank you so much. If elected, I would hold clinics. So maybe I'm the only one that's there, but I would be at a certain place. This district is very big, and it's very spread out. There's La Grande, Planada. Now we have Santa Nella, South Merced, Livingston, obviously. I would make myself available. Maybe I can't have a whole Board of Supervisors meeting in the evening, but I would try to be as accommodating as possible. Be there for a certain amount of hours. I don't know, like when people are off of work, let's just say from 6 to 8. Be accessible to people. It doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, have to be a meeting, but if you're there, people are able to speak with you. You're able to take their issues into account and then obviously bring them back to the board. I feel that it's very vital to be accessible to your constituents. And like I said, it is a huge undertaking to try to put these meetings on because these are deciding boards. So there's only so much that they can do in the evening. But as long as you're there as their elected official and available to them to bring their concerns to you, and then you bring them back to the board. So I feel that would be the way that I would approach it, especially in certain areas such as, for example, Santa Nella It's primarily a commuter town. There's not really a whole lot of places to work there. I can't see that. Oh, 30 seconds. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you.
You want to wrap it up, Sonia? Go
Okay,
for
hold
it.
on. I'll be fast. The evening hours are important. There's a lot of people that are either getting off of work or they're heading into work. So if we're able to hold some type of meeting for those that otherwise wouldn't make it, because the Board of Supervisors meetings, I have tried to make those. It takes an act of Congress for me to try to get to those things, especially at that time of the morning. And I think I'm done now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for your questions. Well, for starters, I would make sure to remove the fear and threat and intimidation from the current meetings, as well as I'm a person that has sat on various boards, like I said, as a board secretary. I have agendas and meeting minutes available to me. I'm the type of person that when a person can't make it to me, I'm going to you. And like it was said, District 1 is a very wide area to cover. As a county supervisor, that is my full-time job.
Can you please speak closer to the mic?
That would be my priority, is to reach out to my constituents and people of the community so that their voices are heard. Another thing that I've also heard is that our residents, our community members, say that nobody listens. I'm here to listen. I'm here to create that change and be available and accessible at times when I am needed. Furthermore, as an elected official, I've been to several workshops where women have spoken up. For instance, the Women Caucus for Cal Cities, where they have been attacked and bullied. And that doesn't make for a very safe environment. So what I would like to bring, like I said, is to remove the fear and threat and intimidation from current meetings. When I have a website available, that would be maria-soto.com, you'll see the current supervisor of our district threatened to potentially expose naked photos of me, simply for doing my job as an elected. Now tell me,
Maria,
if I'm an
we
elected-
ask our forum rules that you don't speak about.
again, these were facts. So again, I
Time.
will stop. Thank you.
So you got to hear a little bit about engagement